Hi everyone, this is Mr. Siu from Math Accelerator Center. Welcome to P4 SA2 Mini Revision Lesson 3. And today we'll be covering the topic on decimals and these three problem sum strategies, namely constant difference, comparison model, and grouping. Okay, let's start with the first question. Okay, the first question will be on comparison model. Okay, let me read the question to you. Mr. Tan had $65 more than Mr. Lim. After Mr. Tan spent $80.60, Mr. Lim has twice as much money as Mr. Tan had left. How much money did Mr. Tan have at first? Okay, after we read the question, let's underline some of the keywords. Over here, we know that Mr. Tan is $65 more than Mr. Lim. And Mr. Tan spent this amount of money. After spending, when we compare the amount of money left, Mr. Lim has twice as much money as Mr. Tan. Okay. And we need to find out how much money did Mr. Tan have at first. So okay, after we read the question, let's organize this information in the form of a model. Number one, Mr. Tan has more money compared to Mr. Lim. So this is Mr. Tan compared to Mr. Lim. Here we indicate the difference of $65. Next, Mr. Tan spent $80.60. So $80.60 will be more than the $65, so we cut our model somewhere here. This portion will be $80.60. And after spending this amount, Mr. Lim has twice the amount left of what Mr. Tan. So that means if Mr. Tan has 1 unit left, Mr. Lim would have 2 units. Okay, so we have this box here that we need to calculate the value. So we have to so to find this answer or the value for this box, we have to find the difference between $80.60 and 65. Okay, let's carry out working over here. So 0 cannot minus 5, borrow from 8. 10 minus 5 is 5, 7 minus 6 is 1. So we know that this portion is $15.60. Okay, you also notice that this $15.60 is exactly equals to 1 unit, right? So we can write over here that 1 unit is equals to $15.60. Okay, so now that we find the value of 1 unit, let's calculate how much Mr. Tan have at first. Mr. Tan has 1 unit and we have to take back the $80.60. That will be the amount that he have at first. So we're going to write here Mr. Tan will be $15.60 plus $80.60. So let's do our calculation over here. Six plus 6 is 12, carry 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 1 plus 8 is 9. So we have $96.60. I mean $96.20. All right. So this is the amount that Mr. Tan have at first. So we can write here answer $96.20. Okay, so this model is how we translate the information from here, right? So let us summarize and recap what we have done. Okay, number one, we highlight the keywords. Okay, all these are the keywords. From here, we organize the keywords. And in this question, we organize the keywords in the form of a comparison model. And number 3, we carry out the steps. Okay, what are the steps that we have taken? First, we have to find out this box. Initially, it was blank, right? So we know that to find the value of this box, we have to find the difference between $80.60 with 65. Okay, we arrive at $15.60 over here. So we put it back into the box. And when we zoom out, we'll be able to see that 1 unit is exactly equals to 1560. So now we're ready to find how much money Mr. Tan had at first. So Mr. Tan was left with 1 unit after spending $80.60. So we add these two values together to find out how much he has at first. And the sum of these two numbers will give us $96.20. Okay, I mentioned these 3 steps, this routine, the lesson 1 and lesson 2 also, right? So I normally call it the KOS thinking routine, right? Keyword organized steps. So this will help you to structure your thinking. Okay, that means whenever you approach a problem sum, you will know automatically the 3 things. Find keywords, organize the keywords, and carry out steps. Okay, if you use it correctly, it will help you to gain a lot of marks, especially during the year-end exam. Okay, let's move on to the next question. The next question will be on constant difference. The total mass of an empty school bag and 5 similar books was 5.4 kilogram. The total mass of the same school bag and 2 similar books was 3 kg. A. What's the mass of one book? And B. What was the mass of the empty school bag? Okay, let's underline some of the keywords in the question. It will include the bag with 5 books is 5.4. The same bag with 2 books is 3 kg. So the next step we're going to do is organize the keywords. So the first model will be the bag with 5 individual books. So here is the bag. We use the letter B to indicate, and we draw 5 units. Each unit will represent 1 book. The next, we indicate that this is 5.4 kg. Next, we will draw a model for the bag and 2 books. So over here. And the mass is 3 kg. Down here will be the difference, right? So our model is complete. Okay, after we complete the model, the first thing we do is to find the value of this 3 unit, right? This is the difference. Okay, why is it called constant difference? The difference between these 2 bundles of item, right? The bag with 5 books and the bag with 2 books is the same as the difference between the mass of 5 books and 2 books here, right? So here is the difference that will help us to solve the question. So here we have 3 units. To find these 3 units, we have to find the difference of 5.4 and 3. So 5.4 minus 3 will give us 2.4. So we write down here 2.4. So next, we have to find the value of 1 unit. So 2.4 divided by 3. So carry out our division over here. 2.4 divided by 3. 2 is smaller than 3. We put a 0 first. 24 is 8 times 3. So 8 times 3 is 24 minus give us 0, right? So here we know that this is 0.8 kg. Okay, and 1 unit happens to be the mass of 1 book. So we arrive at our first answer for part A. Next, what is the mass of the empty school bag? Okay, I will use the second model to calculate the answer. So in order to do that, we need to find the value of these 2 units, right? So it will be 0.8 multiplied by 2. So 0.8 times 2 will give us 8 times 2 is 16. 1 decimal place means it's 1.6. So to find the mass of the school bag, we will take 3 kg minus 1.6. So 3 kg minus 1.6. Okay, we will arrive at 1.4 kg. Right, so that's how we make use of the comparison model and the concept of constant difference to calculate the answer for this question. Okay, one thing to note is the model is one of the important aspects to help us understand this type of question, because when they group the items together, okay, you may not be able to see it or visualize it. Okay, so you're always encouraged to draw the model so they have a clearer picture on what the question wants is trying to tell us and what are the steps you needed to calculate. Because after we draw the model, example over here, the bag and 5 books and the bag with 2 books, we can see that we have this difference here, which is 3 units, right? And we need to calculate the value of these 3 units. So these 3 units can be calculated easily by finding the difference between 5.4 and 3. We arrive at 2.4. Then we carry out the next step is to divide 2.4 by 3, and we found out that 1 book actually has the mass of 0.8 kg. Then we need to find the value of the school bag. So we calculate the value of 2 books, which is 1.6, and we subtract from 3 kg based on the second model over here. And we arrive at 1.4 kg, which is the answer for part B. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, the third question will be on the grouping concept. Okay, let me read the question first. The price of an apple sold in a shop is as follows. 1 apple costs 90 cents and a pack of 5 apples costs $3.75. Alice wants to buy 12 apples. What is the least amount of money she has to pay? Sarah has $10. How many apples can she buy at most? So part A, let's calculate. Now, these are the information based on the table over here, right? So we have 1 apple is 90 cents, a pack of 5 apples is $3.75. Which is the better deal? If I buy 5 individual apples, that will be 0.9 times 5, we will arrive at $4.50. So it's definitely the pack of apple will be the better deal. So now, if Alice wants to buy 12 apples, so we will see how many packs we can get. So number of packs. How many packs of 5 apples can she get if she wants to buy 12? So number of packs. So 12 divided by 5. So we carry out a long division at the side. 2 times 5 is 10, and we have a remainder of 2. So it is 2 remainder 2. This tells us that at most we can buy only 2 packs. And we have 2 more apples. So we calculate the cost of 2 packs. These 2 packs will be $3.75 times 2. So 375 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10, carry 1. 7 times 2, 14, 14 plus 1, 15, 15 carry 1, 3 times 2, 6, 6 plus 1, 7. So we arrive at $7.50. Next, remember we have a remainder of 2. Remainder of 2 indicates that we need to buy 2 individual apples. And if each apple is 90 cents, we multiply by 2, we will arrive at $1.80. So now let's add the 2 together. We have $7.50 plus $1.80. $7.50 with $1.80. We arrive at $9.30. And that will be our answer for part A. Okay, so that's Alice. So Alice, this amount that she has to pay in order to get 12 apples will be $9.30. Okay, let us erase this part so we can have space to do the next part. Part B, Sarah wants to Sarah has $10. How many apples can she buy at most? So let's do part B over here. We have Sarah. Sarah has $10. So as we have calculated, the best deal is still to buy a pack of 5, right? And if you buy a pack of 5, that will cost her $3.50. So let's put here 5 apples. Okay, let's try to subtract and see what's the balance. Okay, we have to regroup. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 3 is 6. So we're left with 625. 625 means we still can buy another pack, right? So let's minus another 375. 5 minus 5 is 0. 2 cannot minus 7. We borrow. Here become 5. Here is 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. So we can buy one more packet of 5 apples. And we're left with $2.50. Okay, $2.50. I think at most we can only get 2 apples, right? 2 apples we know is 180. Let's see. We minus 180. $15 minus 8 is 7. Yes, confirm. We only have 70 cents left. So that means we can only buy 2 apples. Okay, let's write the dollar in front. And we're left with 70 cents. 70 cents, not enough to buy 1 apple, right? So that's the maximum number of apples we can get. Here, 5 apples. This and the second pack also 5 apples. And over here, we can buy 2 more. So let's calculate. It will be 2 plus 5 plus 5. And our answer will be 12 apples, right? So that's your answer for part B. So grouping. Grouping is sometimes students will find it confusing because you have to carry out a few calculations. But if you do it in a systematic manner, like what I've shown you here, okay, then you're able to organize the information in a very structured manner that will help you to understand the question and also help you to calculate the answers, right? So I hope you learned something today, right? And revisit some of the key concepts, including what we have just covered in today's lesson will be comparison model, constant difference, and the grouping concept. Okay, so that's the end of the lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.